Jesse, what's your favorite kind of story to cover? Well, one where I could be both informative and funny at the same time. There hasn't been very many funny things in the last week. Yeah, I know. It's because we've been covering Epstein and there is literally nothing funny about victimizing children. However, I will make an exception when it comes to Emmanuel Macron, given that he was victimized by a dude, supposedly a dude victimizing him when he was 14 years old, that he subsequently married and then became the president of France. And then like lots of people figured it out. And then Candace Owens outed Brigitte Macron for being a dude who is actually her biological brother. And we don't know where the biological brother, whatever. Okay, there's a funny story objectively. Okay, this is funny. Okay, hilarious. And so now, Candace actually put out there yesterday, we'll look at this a little bit in a second, that Brigitte Macron is coming after the dude who originally did the research on this case and then put it out there. And then Candace kind of picked it up when they were bullying the guy. And now, and she basically dared her yesterday in her show. She's like, hey, I dare you, dude. I dare you guys. Go ahead and sue me. Go ahead and sue me in Tennessee, where, what are you going to say? You're going to have to prove that you're a biological woman if you sue me for defamation. And it looks like they have actually done that. And I think, if I was going to guess, sorry, I'm bleeding right now, unfortunately, because I took a cat scratch across the mouth. Okay. They never stop bleeding. They never stop bleeding. As you guys would anticipate, you're like, Jesse, what kind of cat do you have? I have a tiger. Okay. A tiger cat. Now, if you don't want to get attacked by a tiger cat, I need you to like this video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for all notifications. And first things first, let's watch Brigitte Macron attack Emmanuel on a plane so we can really start to evaluate whether or not she is, in fact, a man. Oh, wait, it looks like someone slapped the president of France in the face. Let's see that one more time. A double hand shove. Everyone knows, okay? No female has ever double hand shoved their husband before, okay? That's something a man does, okay? Men do double-handed shoves to other men. Okay, that's a proven scientific fact. Another proven scientific fact is that if you have not subscribed to this channel and liked this video, then you are twice as likely to get double hand pushed by someone in your life today. Avoid the double hand push, subscribe to the channel, and like the video. So if there is a defamation lawsuit, all Candace is going to have to do is play this clip all the way through so that, they see, they're like, wait a minute, is that a double-handed shove? And is that Brigitte Macron? That is a man. Watch. Now, we got a lot more to get into in this. I can't believe I had not even read this article prior to recording that beginning, and now I have. Unbelievable. Hilarious. You're going to want to see this. But first, I wanted to show you something also hilarious, which is comparing how the two sides are covering this story from yesterday. Unbelievable. It never ceases to amaze me how skewed the left will cover these stories. Watch this, and then we're going to get into the Brigitte Macron lawsuit. Now, at least a couple times a week, people ask me, how am I getting these stories out so fast when these stories have just broken in the last day or two? And the answer to that question is because I use Ground News. Ground News is an app and website that gathers news from around the world and the entire political system and provides visual breakdowns for political bias, reliability, and ownership. Now, I want to show you what I mean with a story that everyone is covering. Trump blames Obama for what he calls 2016 attempt to tie him to Russia. Now, I make no secret about which side of the aisle that I'm on, but it's very important to me that I am reporting factual information that is not skewed one way or the other. And that is exactly what you're looking at right here. This is the bias distribution chart, and you visually get to see who's covering it and how they are skewing the story. I picked this story because of the vast difference between how it's being covered on the left and the right. Now, this is American Thinker. This is a right-wing outlet. Russiagate was treason. Will Trump prove that no one is above the law? And that one certainly represents how I see it if they could prove that Obama actually did this. Compare that to MSNBC. Trump escalates deranged anti-Obama campaign, says he's, quote, guilty in treasonous scheme. Now compare that to The Hill, which is right down the middle. Trump says Obama should be top target in DOJ probe into Intel report. Now, obviously, the bias distribution chart is an incredibly valuable tool, but my favorite tool is the blind spot feed. Everybody has political bias, and when you do, you are missing key stories. If you are using ground news, that will no longer be the case. If you're on the left, here you go. You are not aware that the FBI ignored key evidence in the Clinton email investigation, and DOJ watchdogs are calling that out. They literally have no idea. They are not seeing it. If they use ground news, then they're going to know about that. And there are plenty of stories on the right that are identical to that. This is my favorite feature. Now, ground news has made me way more aware of my media political bubble, and it gives me the full picture fast. And I've got a deal for you. 40% off their unlimited Vantage plan. Just $5 a month. Go to ground.news/Jesse. That's GROUND.news, NEWS/Jesse, JESSE, or scan the QR code on screen. Trust me, if you care about the truth, this is going to be a real game changer. All right, now it's game time, everybody. Brigitte and Emmanuel Macron launch a defamation case against U.S. podcaster Candace Owens over preposterous claim the First Lady was born a man with a fully intact pee-pee. So again, if you get through if I can't make a single funny joke in this video, like if you don't laugh at least once or at least like chuckle, then I failed, and we both seem to not have the same sense of humor, because just that title itself is hilarious. Like, this is actually happening, dude. This is where the world's at now. Like, the French president's wife, is suing Candace Owens for saying that she's actually a dude, okay? Anyone who believes that we do not live in the single greatest timeline of all of the options, right? Like, you have all the endless options. This is the best one because this story exists, okay? I'm gonna tell you that right now, okay? French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte today filed a defamation lawsuit against Candace Owens over the U.S. commentator's, quote, preposterous claim that the French First Lady was born a man. Hey, look at how even the Daily Mail is putting that in quotes now. They're all, hey, preposterous, you know? I mean, you certainly could just, I don't know, show us photographs of you as a lady when you're 20. Like, show us a picture of you when you're 20. Don't you have anything that could prove you're a girl? Like, I feel like everybody has that. Macron's filed a 218-page lawsuit in Delaware on Wednesday accusing the right, why Delaware? Accusing the right, probably because Candace is incorporated in Delaware, would be my guess. On Wednesday, accusing the right-wing podcaster of publishing, quote, outlandish, defamatory, and far-fetched fictions that fueled a lie-filled, quote, campaign of global humiliation and relentless bullying. Well, my goodness. How could Candace have done this? I used to think I liked Candace Owens as a podcaster, and now I realize she is putting out preposterous information that is obviously easy to prove that it's not real. Right, Brigitte? Right? Because you can produce lots and lots of photographs of you in college, right? Oh, wait a minute. She did do that. She gave us a picture of her when she was a child, right? Like, it was like, here she is. Here she is. Here's Brigitte in all her beauty and all of her glory. Okay? What are you going to say to that? They just do an image search. They're all, this is a picture of your daughter. So what? You know, that's a picture of your daughter, and you've tried to make it look older. So, No, it's not. They're all, yeah, it is. She's like, oh, silly mix-up. Very, very silly mix-up. They're also, you have another one, right? She's all, yes, of course I do. You're all, show us. Hey, you know how we could AI pictures? Like, she's not even gonna try with AI. Hey, make me look like a younger version of myself, female, in college at whatever. Like, you're the president of France. Obviously, the global elites are, have her back. Like, you guys don't even have AI good enough for that? Jeez, embarrassing. Owens attacked Miss Macron, 72, in a now deleted YouTube video posted in March of last year, propagating the false claim that she's a biological man. I don't know about that. Let's see if that's true. Candace Owens becoming Brigitte. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Definitely not deleted. But hey, Daily Mail and anyone who follows Candace, let me just help you guys out. Okay, watch this. So a lot of people, I'm like, you guys, you definitely need to go watch Candace's Epstein stuff, right? Then you go to the videos and people are like, well, where are they? I can't find them. You have to go to the live stream tab, okay? And then you would find, right, becoming Brigitte and every other thing. You got the Harvey Weinstein one. And it's like, yeah, they're definitely not deleted. But thank you for your bulletproof research, Daily Mail. Excellent job. Okay. So, look, but this one, false claim. Is it falso? Have you watched that series? Because that's a tough thing to defend that it's false if you watch it. I mean, I'm basing all of my information on the Becoming Brigitte series, which I highly recommend everyone goes and watches. And if I were to say anything to the Daily Mail person or anyone else who's going to say that this is a ridiculous false claim, I would say, did you watch it? And obviously, if you're saying that it's preposterous, that answer would be no, because it is definitely not preposterous if you've watched those episodes. They are extraordinarily thorough, okay? Extraordinarily thorough. And like, if I was going to put this in the form of a song, I would say, dude looks like a lady. Dude looks like a lady. If you laughed at that joke, then you are like Gabrielle and you like my Z game shit. Like sometimes I'll just drop jokes that I realize I'm like, this is dumb. But Gabrielle laughs at them. And so like, I say my A game shit for, videos, and then my Z game stuff sometimes also comes out and then people laugh at it sometimes, The American commentator said she based her allegations on a thorough investigation by French blogger Natasha Ray, who is also being sued by the Macron'S in a separate claim in France. I heard that the Macron'S lost that case, though. Lost that case. Mr. and Ms. Macron said in a statement, because Ms. Owens systematically reaffirmed these falsehoods in response to each of our attorneys' repeated requests for a retraction, we ultimately concluded that referring the matter to a court of law was the only remaining avenue for remedy. Oof. I mean, look at her. Look at her, Brigitte Macron. Definitely a lady, definitely not a wig. If you took that wig off and then you removed the nose job and then kind of looked real close, I don't know, man. Right? I don't know. There's no way to know. You should probably go watch the series, Becoming Brigitte. Miss Owens' campaign of defamation was plainly designed to harass and cause pain to us and our families, and to garner attention and notoriety. We gave her every opportunity to back away from these claims, but she refused. So gain notoriety. Let's just go back a little bit. So here's Becoming Brigitte, right? Here's Becoming Brigitte. And I go back before that, and I don't know, man. Taylor Swift Plot Thinkins, 1.9 million views. Taylor Swift turns against Blake Lively Ryan, 2.5 million. Justin Baldoni, 1.8 million. Go here, Justin Bieber, 2.4 million. Right here, Matt Gaetz story, 2.2 million. 1.6 million, 1.3 million, 1 million. And then let's look at Becoming Brigitte. Okay, yeah, it did do very well. Apparently, finding out that one of the leader's wives was dating her husband, who is now the president of France, when he was 14 years old, allegedly, was interesting to a lot of people in the world. I wonder how many views these would have got if, the algorithm was being honest, Like if it was being honest and just kind of worked the way that all the videos used to work. It was based on interest, click-through rate, and Google searches. I don't know. But bottom line is the idea that Candace blew up solely due to this is laughable. Okay, so it is our earnest hope that this lawsuit will set the record straight and end this campaign for defamation once and for all. The 22-count complaint seeks an unspecified amount of compensatory and punitive damages. Candace said, this episode is blowing up, so I just want to say, after looking into this, I would stake my entire professional reputation on the fact that Brigitte Macron is in fact a man. Any journalist or publication that is trying to dismiss this plausibility is immediately identifiable as establishment. I have never seen anything like this in my life. The implications here are terrifying. I do not intend to let up on this story, and I'm calling on other journalists to look into this explosive story and report accordingly. Well, challenge accepted, Candace. I looked into it by watching your series, and I'm sold. Okay, I am absolutely sold. You know what I mean? Oh my God, did I just click on what did I just click on? I didn't mean to navigate away. Oh, Selma Hayek sizzles in Mexico. Man, she is 58 years old, dude. Okay, now that is a woman that is definitely not born a man. She's all lady right there. All lady. Jesse, aren't you married? Yes, I am. And I would have made that exact joke on me and Gabrielle's show, Play with Matches. The link is in the description. Okay, what else do we got here? So, okay, so the Tom Clare of Clare Locke LLP, lead counsel of the Macron'S, announced the filing of a 22 count. Yeah. Miss Owens has promoted. Oh, we already got that. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Miss Owens has promoted a preposterous narrative about the Macron'S, including incendiary and verifiably false accusations of identity theft, incest. Whoa. Gross. I don't remember that one. Violent crimes and mind control. A statement shared with the Mail Online. What? A statement shared with Mail Online read. It comes days after sources close to the Macron'S revealed Brigitte has been driven to despair by online abuse stemming from claims she was born a man and had sexually abused her future husband when he was a boy. Well, that's like the easiest thing to disprove. How old was Macron when they started talking? How old was he, right? Was he in fact 14? Because that should be really easy to prove. Like really easy to prove. Why are we even talking about gender if that is not true, right? The conspiracy theory alleges that Brigitte did not give birth to any of her 3 children and that her first husband, 69-year-old retired banker, said to have died a recluse in 2020, never existed. Yeah, I think I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I believe what we're saying is that she didn't give birth. She fathered her children. She fathered her children is, I believe, what the claim is. The wild claims stem from an article published in September 2021 by French far-right magazine, which initially went unnoticed. But the allegations were seized upon after far-right blogger and Natasha Ray and clairvoyant Amanda Roy covered them in a YouTube interview that went viral. The Macron'S initiated legal proceedings against Ray, and the pair were initially found guilty of libel and fined. Hey, but what happened after that? Those got thrown out. Okay? So they definitely were, to say they initially found guilty of libel, yeah, that's technically true, but very misleading intentionally. The Paris Court of Appeals earlier this month overturned those convictions. I take that back. I retract what I said. Finding that the claims made by Ray and Roy were made in good faith and repeated information that was already in the public domain. That's right. But they weren't. Those claims were never about whether she was a man. That's not why they sued her. Okay. It was about technicalities, about another thing that had nothing to do with whether or not she was a man. The shock ruling prompted a wave of abuse directed at the French First Lady on social media, who was said to have been left absolutely devastated. Ugh. I feel terrible. Makes me want to double-handed push someone in the face. The Macron'S have taken that case to the Court of Cassation, the only legal forum that can overturn appeal court rulings, in addition to filing a lawsuit against Owens in the U.S. I cannot wait to hear. Dude, is Candace about to go? It's 2:45. Let's actually go to her channel. What's she about to do? Oh, here we go. Coming up. Brigitte sues me for defamation. I better get this video up fast before she gets out there, because my goodness, that is going to be amazing. Oh, you're just going to throw an ad up on me? Just going to throw up an ad? That's cool. Okay, in a relationship between Macron 47 and 72-year-old wife has been long subject of fascination. Okay, she was 39, a married mother of 3, and a teacher at the French Catholic school. He was 14 and a pupil in the same class as one of her daughters when they first crossed paths. Oh, weird. So was he 14 or not? Because I'm pretty sure that's what that said. Wednesday's lawsuit is a rare case of a world leader suing for defamation. Through U.S. President Donald has filed multiple defamation lawsuits, including against the publisher of the Wall Street Journal. To prevail in defamation cases in the U.S., public figures like the Macron'S and Trump must show defendants engaged in actual malice, meaning that they knew what they published was false and had reckless disregard for the truth. Well, that's going to be impossible, okay? And you want to know why? You want to know why that's going to be impossible, guys? Is because Candace is a fucking genius, okay? When she put this up, where the fuck did that go? Okay, so that thing that they put up right there, okay? Hey, good luck proving defamation when you have to prove that Candace had actual malice and knew that the information was fake when she put this up on her ex. She's a genius, dude. That's a genius move. I want to say I would stake my entire professional reputation on the fact that Brigitte Macron is in fact a man. They're all, look at what she did. This is a clear case of defamation. You're all, actually, it's a clear case of the opposite of that, because she just said she absolutely believes it so much that she'd stake her entire professional reputation on that. So suck it. Anyway, that's enough for this video. I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Bye-bye.